Hey guys, so in this video we're going to be doing something a little bit more different. So since it's Frog ID week and since frogs are like an awesome favourite of mine, we're going on a trip up north once again and we're going to be looking for some incredible frogs. Now, of course, we didn't start here in the middle of this, Alpine swamp. Now, we started a little bit more eastwards in the bottom of this valley where there's a lot more frogs and it is a lot more tropical. So I'm going to pass on back to past me, who isn't soaking wet trying to find a Davies tree frog. All right, now. G'day guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys enjoyed the last one because we're back on the Central Coast and mate's just come back there. That's Joey, he's my little cameraman. He's just come back from taking a piss. But so where we're going is to a really unique part of the world, and it's a pretty large area. It's called the Barrington tops, and in this region there are two distinct habitats. You have the lowlands, which are very much like the rainforest we're in at the end of the last video sort of thing, that subtropical Gondwana rainforests. But that's what we're going on the first night, in hopes that we can get maybe a Stevens banded snake, but our main targets are the Moritz leaf-tailed gecko, and oh my god, that voice crack, and the the Barringtonensis, or the Barrington tops tree frog. So there are two targets there, and then depends on if we're bothered or not, we'll go up tomorrow. We'll go to the highland sort of thing of Barrington tops, and hopefully we might be able to get some copperheads, some Alpine water skinks, and at night hopefully a Davies tree frog. So yeah, so hopefully we see some other cool stuff that we can film. And well, yeah, oh my god, my voice is gone. Anyway, but yeah, we'll get into it. See you guys. We're in the beautiful rainforest down in those southern parts that I'm talking about, and we're going to come here tonight looking for Barringtonensis in this creek, but we've just found something equally as cool. See, this here is the southern angle-headed dragon. Now, these rainforest species are very, very closely related to your Boyd's forest dragons up in the northern parts of Australia, and they sit very similar. As you can see, they'll sit about head height on these smaller, shorter, skinny trees, and as you can see, if you're walking by, he's going to be pretty hard to spot. There's Jozzy, but he's going to be really hard to see. But and see, as you can see, he's just depending on his camouflage. So as I come over, looking at me, he thinks I don't see him. How cool is that lizard? Look at the patterns on him. See, like the Boyd's forest dragon, he's got that big dewlap on the top. Oh no, dewlap's on the bottom, but he's got that crest on the top. Such an awesome species of lizard. I'm going to photograph this little juvenile and hopefully find an adult. Like their much more larger, much more well-known northern cousins, these guys play a little game of hide and seek. So to hide from their predators, they hide on these skinny trees that are just wide enough so they can run around the back of them and hide like this fella's doing right now. Makes it absolute pain to photograph, because when you try to get your camera around, they shimmy around the backside of the tree and you have to keep on playing that game of cat and mouse. Alright, we'll see you, little bro. We're going to try to find some other stuff. So we are at the base of this huge big fig tree, and we have what we call a Murray skink. I think it's a Murray skink. I don't know, it looks pretty similar to one I saw in Kai's video, but I'll try to get around to where you can see him. But you can see the beautiful patterning along his sides. That is an awesome animal. Look at him. See how close they can let you get to them? Like, woo. They can let you get really close to them. They're not really too scared. But these guys will be eating stuff like the isopods and everything that I'm sure you get up in these hollows and stuff around this tree. But tonight, I reckon we're going to come here and we're going to look for Moritz's leaf-tailed geckos, because they live in the exact same habitat, except it has to be a heck of a lot later to find them. All right, well, I'm going to get some photos of you, little fella, while you're just chilling there. And let's do this. What? Hey guys, we're back. Just parked up here, you know, went for a little mission. Pretty good in there. We got some, whatchamacallit, Murray skinks and a southern angle-headed dragon. Believed to be a female because it's like a lot smaller and doesn't have the big display patterns in that, which was an absolutely incredible find. My first two, I've seen those two species, which is sick. But now it's starting to get dark and it's still 26-something degrees. So we have a bit of change of plans. So we're not going to go straight in there and look for your Barringtonensis and your Moritzi. What we're going to do, we're going to road cruise. Now, just in front of us here, just through those trees, there's a road. And it runs up all through this, like, the big park and stuff. And hopefully we can get ourselves a Stevens or something. Because I reckon that would be really cool. Because I wasn't even expecting it to be this nice. But instead of, I don't know, I'm just thinking, instead of staying in here while the weather's super good for snakes out there, why not just go out there while it's good, and then when it gets bad, come back here and hopefully find us some geckos. But, well, if we find anything on the road, I'll definitely record it and try to photograph it. But if we don't, I'll see you guys back here when it's pitch black. Peace. Hey, beautiful big scaly fish. Where's he going? Let him go. These beautiful big piger pods. Look at it. I thought he was a snake at first. See that head on him? That's how you can tell he's not a snake. He's got that gecko head. And actually, these guys are geckos. They're part of that big old group. That includes Carpodactylidae and, of course, your Diplodactylidae. Off he goes. Well, that's the first find of the night, eh? Beautiful red belly shooting off the road. Look at him go, that speed on that animal. The highlight of the night, this here is the dunny frog, aka the Australian green tree frog. Look at the size of him. Oops, sorry bud. Look at him, he's a big boy. He's a big chunker, aren't you, mate? Oh, he's a beautiful frog. Oh, he's sick. I might get a few quick photos and then I'll leave him be. Sick frog. Let's hope we find some other stuff. Right, so what we have here is a beautiful pink-tongued skink. Now these guys are related to the shag skinks that you get back home, but they're actually semi-arboreal. And they get their name, the pink-tongued skink. Oh, I'm out of breath because they have the pink tongue. Wow, such a cool species of skink. There you go, mate. So they look like a blue tongue. Ooh. Cranky. We're just trying to find the Moritzi and the Barringtonensis at the moment. Road cruising hasn't been too good, but obviously there's stuff out in the rainforest. Look at the colours on this thing. Such a cool species. Wow. There it goes. Oop. Alright, so we're just in the forest and we found what we're looking for tonight. So that right there, now if my camera focuses, that right there is a Barrington top tree frog. I'm going to try to get a bit closer without falling in the water, but give me a sec. Right, not too far away from the one I'm filming now, but another one there. Those are the same frogs, you've got those little spots. One there, and one there. That is unreal. Look at him. That is an awesome frog. Look at the colours on him. That is insane. Man, so is this camera. Holy, look at that. Ooh. I'm going to get some better photos of him. Goes to show how common these frogs are. There's another one right there. Beautiful big green tree. Alright, let's keep going.
So another little break from future me. So what we actually ended up doing, after finding the Barrington tops tree frogs and like the pink tongue and that, we went for a look for the Moritz leaf-tailed geckos, which apparently you find there, but I think we saw eye shine like really high up that really big tree that we found the Murray skink at. But of course we can't climb 30 metres up a tree to get a photograph of that gecko, or I don't even know if it was a gecko or not. But so unlucky there. So what we actually ended up doing was, because there was a big rainstorm coming in, ignore the birds, they're just yapping on. But yeah, big rainstorm was coming in and the temps on the road weren't the best. So we're just like, we'll head to our site that we're going to go the next night because, you know, why not? Plus you get Davies tree frogs there and that. So yeah, well, I'll pass back on to me, who is currently in that Alpine creek getting absolutely soaking wet at 12:30 at night. That was fun. But yeah, let's see if we find one. Finally, after about 2 hours of searching, we got one right there. That is the Davies tree frog. Oop, please don't jump away. Yeah, so that's the Davies tree frog, an absolutely incredible species of amphibian that can be found here. Now these guys are a threatened species. That is mainly due to like the amphibian chytrid fungus, which is a fungus which is going around wiping out frogs all around the world, and habitat destruction. So this is an absolutely beautiful frog that is actually endemic to like this region of Australia, and you don't find them anywhere else on earth. But oh my god, this guy was an absolute trek to find, because literally you hear them, you go to look for them, and they're not there. But somehow we managed to find this fella. What a find. That is sick. We're going to get some photos of him. Alright. Well, if I don't see you guys, I'm going to bed because it's like 1 in the morning now. So, yay! So it's about 1:30 in the morning. We've set up like a makeshift camp here because it's too wet for the swags. But yeah, these are pretty banging, these cookies. But anyway, after I spent 2 hours searching for those frogs, I literally just walked over here, saw eye shine, and look what we have here. A beautiful, this is a big, I reckon this is a big female one. Another Davies tree frog. Now, this species is a threatened species, and yeah, as I said earlier, they're incredible to find. I love them. Like, they're like the Satropa that you get down our way, but just a lot nicer, you know? Like, they just look more pretty. Well, anyway, I'm going to tuck into this cookie, and then I'm going to bed. Already at this beautiful alpine swamp, we heard this little fella calling. Now, I'm not 100% sure if he's what is known as a, is it Dusky toadlet or a Bibrin's toadlet or bird frog. So I photographed him anyway. So he's a really sick little frog. We've been hearing him all morning, but we finally managed to track one down. But yeah, tiny little frogs. Look at him, he's about this big. Very small little animal. Alright. Oh, it's starting to get rainy. Let's hope we find some stuff. On this trail, and we didn't have to go very far, before we found the first lizard of the day. This beautiful southern angle-headed dragon. A bit bigger than the one that we saw yesterday, but he's gonna play hide and seek with me. And if I come around this side with you guys, I want to show you the colours. But yeah, look at the colours on this thing. It is beautiful. I think it's a big gravid female because it's got a really big belly on it. But that is such a cool lizard. This is my first adult one that I've ever seen. So hey mate, I just want to film you. Look at him, they're pretty big. Dude, let me film you, please. Yeah, look, that's him there on that tree. That is awesome. So this one here is definitely a prime example of a female one, because you can tell like much duller colours in that. And as you'll see later in the video, the males can have like a really bright lime green coloration, and you'll see that shortly. Chill. Alright, g'day guys. This is of course like me after the trip. I just got back from it, but what we actually decided to do was, after we found that Davies tree frog and stuff and went to that marshland, we decided to, instead of staying another night up at the, Gloucester sort of area, we decided to head down south towards like Cessnock sort of thing, and beautiful rainforest in the back, like around that sort of region, incredible habitat. I've been there before, and I just wanted to go there and film a few frogs and stuff like that. And we actually ended up seeing some pretty cool stuff, I reckon. You guys will just have to find out in the next little bit. This is all going to be in one big video. I think it's going to be about 20 minutes long at the moment, so it's going to be a big one. But I'll pass back to me, who is pretty pumped about what he just found. So, peace.
So on this clip we have an awesome Cunningham skink. This is one of the most prettiest ones I've ever seen, and it is such a nice looking sandstone locality one. Sick.
Hey guys, we're just here on the end of this cliff. Look what we have here. So this is a Stevens banded snake. So he's just chilling here, curled up in a ball. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm like shaking right now. This is the find of the day. So he's just here, basking on the end of this really beautiful cliff. Now we're not at the original spot that we're at. We're somewhere else actually. We're a bit further south. But oh my god, what a cool snake.
So this is of course the Stevens banded snake. Now this snake is actually the largest member of what is known as the Hoplocephalus genus, which includes the broad-headed snake, which you find here in Sydney, and the pale-headed snake. But this guy gets the largest and has the most potent venom. As you can see here, hangs out on these big cliffs, but these guys are actually an arboreal species of snake, and they're primarily nocturnal, which is why it's so incredible that we got a chance to see one out in the day, because look how sunny it is. Wow. Back in the rainforest after looking around down south for a little bit. This is a familiar face, isn't it? This, get it to focus, is a beautiful, really nice looking southern angled-headed dragon. Now this is one of the more nicer ones that I've seen so far. Look at the colours on him. Look at that. That is beautiful. I believe this could be a male, but I could be very wrong with that assumption. But such an awesome reptile. I'm just about to get some photos of him. Look how well he blends in. And of course, as I get closer, he's going to do his little hidey trick. See, as I get closer, you can't. He's not. Oh, there he is. There it is. All right, I'm going to grab my camera. Let's get some photos. To the age-old question, how do we actually find the frog? So the answer is with their eye shine. So if you line up this torch, you can see right there. See his little eyes glowing? That is one of our frogs that we're looking for now. We trudge over to him. I don't know what species it is. I think, yeah, Australis, another one. So they hide underneath this leaf litter, so they are very camouflaged and very hard to find. But their eye shine is a dead giveaway at their position, because oftentimes, look, there's another one right there. You can get the eye shine, hang on. Just focus that on him. Right there, see the eye shine. It's a little fella. So, move it over. You can see. Oh, this one's a different one. See, this is what is known as. Oh, he's jumping right into my leg. So that is a giant barred frog. But you may be wondering, he's tiny, isn't he? But he's only about, I reckon, a year or two old. Oh, not even. He's probably just a fresh. Oh, probably only metamorphosed into an adult like last year or something. But these guys can get huge, and hopefully we might be able to find an adult to show you guys. So we'll leave you be, little fella, and let's find a big one. This is the southern stuttering barred frog. Now these guys are a vulnerable species of frog that occurs here in these rainforests. Such an awesome find, especially since they're extinct actually down where I live. So this is pretty much the only place where you can find them in high numbers like this.
So right here in front of me, we have the beautiful southern stuttering frog. Now, this is an awesome species and possibly one of my favourite frog species on the planet. Not only do I get the opportunity to do awesome stuff with this frog behind the scenes, but also this guy has quite a little bit of a story to it. Now, the southern stuttering frog is only a relatively new species. It was only really formally described in 2023, so like last year. And we knew of this frog beforehand, but it was actually split from another species because they recently discovered that there was differences between them and stuff, and that they should not be the same species. Now, you may be wondering, why on earth am I making this massive long video? I think it's about 20 minutes worth of recording now, primarily on frogs. Now, you may be thinking frogs are boring. They just sit there, hop around, do their own thing, and stare into the darkness like this guy is. Now, that is all correct, but these guys are absolutely awesome, and frogs have always had a really important place in my heart. Now, it bums me to know that all around the world, amphibians are under threat. So, frogs, like our southern stuttering frogs, under threats from stuff such as diseases like the amphibian chytrid fungus, urbanisation, habitat destruction, pests and introduced species, and a whole list of other criteria. Now, frogs are a vital part of the world's ecosystems because this guy is what we call a keystone species. Because not only does this guy eat all the insects that live in, oh, there he goes. Not only does this guy eat all the stuff that's in the leaf litter, but he also feeds a lot of animals. So like stuff like, you know, your Stevens banded snake and stuff like that we saw earlier today. They will definitely snack on, maybe not one this size, but they will definitely snack on a smaller frog like that. And what happens when we lose our frogs is unfortunately a lot of those species end up going extinct. Now, that is definitely not good at all. And actually a lot of the frogs that we have seen on this trip so far are actually under threat because frogs like our southern stuttering frog, our Davies tree frog, and one that I might even just chuck in, our Burralong frog that I saw last year, are all under threat. And the primary reason is the amphibian chytrid fungus. So the reason why I'm sort of making this video is to just document these frogs, show you guys how absolutely awesome they are, and just to encourage you guys to come out and even just check him out. Like, you know, it didn't take me long to find him, and look at him, he's a big ass frog and an absolute stunner. So we're going to leave him be and we're going to try to find some other species.
You guys remember saying how they get a little bit bigger? So this here is truly a giant barred frog. You can see he's pretty big. They can still get a little bit bigger than this guy, but this is about the average size that you see around here. Absolute stonking animal. These guys are one of the largest frogs that you get here in Australia. I forget which one is the largest. It might be the largest. I could be wrong on that. Definitely fact check me on that area, but absolutely beautiful animal. Oh my God, I'm losing my words. I did go to bed at 1 a.m. like this morning, so, you know, give me credit for that. But yeah, sick frog. I'm going to try to find the other one. Nice familiar face, a nice little filer crower. So you can see how similar they look to the Barrington ensis that we got earlier, just without the little spots. Sick little frog. Just chilling in that little puddle. How cool is that? In this ditch here, we've got a returning guest from last video. The red-backed brood frog. See, I got it right that time. I didn't say red-crowned toadlet. Nice. Oh, actually, they're tadpoles. That's pretty cool. Yeah. How sick is that?
So in this clip here, we actually have something really incredible. Now, the frog that you see in that clip is actually the male red-backed brood frog, and he's actually guarding the eggs that you see there. And that is the behaviour in all brood frog species, but I've never actually witnessed it in person, especially since there's so much eggs in there. I never thought there would be that many eggs, but that is incredible. This is the third and final mixophiles species which you can find here in this region, and that is the giant barred frog. Pretty cool animal. We're really stoked to see it. Took us a while to find because they actually call underground, which is pretty cool.
Alright, so this awesome frog species right here is a really unique Aussie frog, and this is the tusked frog.
Well, it turns out that was the only tusk frog that we're actually able to see. They all sit in the water. I managed to get some photos of him beforehand, but what I was going to say about them
is that the tusked frog is a really unique species of Aussie frog because obviously it has tusks. It has two really big tusks. You can't really see them when its mouth is closed, but the males have these really big protruding tusks which they actually use for dominance. So like, they're kind of like your African bullfrogs. They have like those big teeth that they used to fight each other and stuff like that. That's what these guys do. And they're the ones that you hear calling in the back. Now, them guys are actually a really aquatic species of frog, which means they don't really come on land very often. That's why we're lucky enough to actually find one chilling here on that little beach just over there. But yeah, that's annoying. But anyway, yeah, we'll check out. I'll send in the photo. Another little familiar face, eastern sedge frog. Cool little frog. Heaps of stuff calling. We're gonna keep on looking. G'day guys, I just got back from that really big trip. That was insane. Like we saw, as you just saw in that video, that was insane. But yeah, that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe and stuff like that. And actually very soon, I think I'm leaving like tomorrow, I'm going on a big trip out to the Mallee of New South Wales. Awesome habitat, heaps of reptiles out there. So stay tuned for the next video, guys. Peace.